tennis, anyone? Today's challenge. How many times can you hit a tennis ball or bounce a tennis ball into the air using a racket? Our other challenge is going to be balloon tennis, an indoor game. So today's challenge is, if you have a tennis racket and a tennis ball or a racquetball, you're going to hold your tennis racket. So you want to shake hands with the racket. Hi there, how are you doing? So you want to grab a good grip on it. You might want to hold it up closer. Choke up on it a little bit at the start if you're having trouble controlling it. You're going to use just like you would your open palm, like you're going to hit the ball up in the air with your open palm. You want to hold the racket flat open and you're going to have your palm facing up, and you're just going to do little motions like this and bounce the ball in the air. See how many times you can do that. Hopefully you can all get at least 25 times without losing control of the ball. If you get good at that, you can try to get fancy. Or get fancy. Ooh, yikes. If you're indoors, make sure you're not around the TV set when you're doing this. Alright, make sure you're either in a room that has tall ceilings or something, because it's a little short down here. If you only have a racquetball, you can use a racquetball and do the same thing. But you're saying, but Mr. Bellamy, I don't have a tennis ball or tennis racket. Well, if you don't have a tennis ball or tennis racket, if you have a paddleball racket, that would work out great. If you have a ping pong racket, that would work out great. It would work even better if you used your ping pong ball and did the same challenge. So those are some different variations. Say you don't have any of those, well, ask mom or dad if you could use one of their frying pans. I would pick a lighter one and probably a little bigger one than this one right here, but this is the one I wanted to use. And you're just going to see how many times you can bounce it. You're going to hold the pan just like you would a racket, or you can use the racquetball. And if you don't have a ball to use, if you don't have a ping pong ball or a racquetball, or I wouldn't necessarily use a golf ball because those are going to be awfully hard, but if you have yourself a balloon, then you can use your balloon. It's going to make it a little bit easier. And see how many times you can catch and bounce your ball that way using your pan or your paddle. So let's say you get that 50, 75 times, 100 times. Switch hands. See if you can do it with your opposite hand. Challenge somebody in your family. Our other thing is, if you have brothers or sisters, then you can set up your own little tennis court indoors. I know, right? So what I did is I just took a towel and I tied it between a stool and my chair, and I made a little tennis court. Now the reason I stuck it up against the wall was because I don't have anybody to play tennis with. So I have to use the wall to play against. So all you do is just to hold your ball. You each get on each side of the net. You can use your paddle, or it's balloons, so you can even use your hand. And then you just hit it back and forth to each other as opposed to bounce off the wall. All these times I've been doing it, and then just keep bouncing it. How many times can you get it over? And different things. So you can either use your paddle or your pan. I should use the front. Use your paddle. Make sure you don't hit whoever you're playing against. Stay back from the net. Don't charge the net. We don't want to clear the tables off or anything like that. And there you go. You have an indoor tennis or balloon tennis, whatever you like to call it. Have fun with the day. It's a cold day out here. Hopefully you can get outside and play and get to do that on a court or in your yard or something. You can even take this outside and play outside. You might even put a couple beach towels together if you want a little longer tennis net. You guys have a great day. Fun talking to you.